Apparition and a Pugna pick for Team Kinguin. So the Jarak, apparently they feel comfortable giving it away, Team Kinguin do, and they might have to suffer the consequences of that. Also, Necrophos, Earthshaker, Viper, and EL all banned out. Nothing really that weird so far, with the exception of probably the Pugna. Why do you think Team Kinguin are so okay with taking this in the first round?
I'm gonna have to assume that they did their research. I think they probably like this hero for various reasons. I'm just gonna have to assume that it's something that they practice a lot with. It does always offer quite a bit as well through any given draft. Venomancer is gonna come out.
God, look at this. So Bat Rider into Venom immediately. Team Kinguin, they know what they want and they're picking it quick. You know, I think that a lot of people will have not been watching all of the Dota 2 over the past couple days. Like, with so many different matches on, it's impossible to keep up with all the games that are happening. But Kinguin have like a very specific style. They cover each other a lot. They tend to build this like really strong laning heroes. And oh, Weaver now going to get taken for OG.
Pretty solid core against the Venomancer. You know, even if you get Galed, it's not like it's gonna affect you when it comes to using your Shikuchi, so.
On the map?
I mean, if you don't have a way to stop the Weaver, you're gonna have Weaver issues eventually, and I think this is like the perfect game where you can just pick up a Diffusal Blade and not worry about Decrepify.
Yeah.
And if you hit the backlines, I mean, this AA is gonna get 3-4 shotted by a Weaver, so.
Okay.
I don't really think you can outscale a Weaver before he comes online. This Weaver is definitely gonna be on par in terms of farm, unless you manage to pick something that can actually punish him heavily in lane.
That's a decent pickup right there. Will most likely be a K-Core Rubik. I think Alicia's pretty consistently been the Ancient Apparition player, as the Alchemist is going to be banned out as well. OG not wanting to run into any of those shenanigans. That's kind of okay for Weaver. You know, you can steal Sakuchi, and also the nice lockdown with the lift there into, well, I mean, a lot of damage from the rest of Kinguin.
I think they need a core. I think they need a Sven or something.
Really?
I feel like they need a core, or maybe Wraith King even. Okay, they're gonna go with Lone Druid. I think this is okay too. A little bit scary against a Bat Rider Lich, but I mean, it definitely is an option for dealing with the Weaver, as well as having a Roar for deflecting a Weaver or a Bat Rider.
Isn't Weaver really good against Lone Druid in lane?
5 seconds remaining.
I feel like I remember this, that like you can sort of skirt around the bear and just punch the Lone Druid a bunch. Oh god. All right.
Classic OG stuff right here.
Yeah. Arc Warden last pick. Do you like it? What are they looking to do with these heroes?
I mean, it's just how they like to play, right? OG has always been a team that, if it's not Illusions, it's Arc Warden. They always like to have a hero that can split push the map by himself without needing to put themselves at risk, and also Siege without putting themselves at risk. This is just the way they like to play, I feel.
Well, likewise, Team Kinguin, they have a very push-oriented lineup. I wonder if they, on OG, have enough sort of early game presence to deal with the pressure that's going to come out, because this is going to be a Lone Druid going that Midas into a Radiance and then hitting that timing to try and take down towers and really punish this from OG. Do you think they have what it takes? What's it going to sort of depend upon? Or do I have it wrong? Is that not really the way that Team Kinguin are going to play, do you think?
No, they'll definitely apply pressure early on. I think it's like you might as well do it, right? Because your heroes allow you to do so, and you don't want to give OG too much space to farm up on this Arc Warden as well as Weaver. Otherwise, you're just gonna have like the worst time ever when it comes to taking objectives if you want to push high ground.
Right.
But well, I mean, we'll have to see. I think for the most part, OG are just gonna try to win the laning phase, especially because they have Lich on their side, and just do their best to make sure that S4 has a good start. I think there should be for S4 to fall back onto if he does need it, or even if he doesn't need it, just to propel him towards that Blink Dagger as quickly as possible.
Alright. Early movements out. Jarek's going to place down one of these wards to block off the camp most likely, as well as get some decent vision. AA also going to be moving in here. We'll see where Alicia decides to put his. He's going to be there behind the tower, and I don't think he was spotted, while Jarek's able to get it right on the edge. Some good vision of this lone druid top the exotic deer. And I don't think... Yeah, they don't quite spot the AA yet. I think that they did actually with the Earth Spirit, maybe. And now pinging out that there might be a ward there. Did they guess? Oh, Fly. Did you do it? One time. Does he know? He's thinking about it. There's another ward placed down over here that I think Resolution spotted, so they'll at least be able to get that D-ward.
I don't think they spotted it.
No? They're pinging it. I think he spotted it.
No, because the way Rubik played that made it so that it's not very obvious.
Okay.
Because like if you have a ward there, right, you're never gonna walk up the staircase. But Rubik walked up the staircase anyways. So Resolution has to think that okay, there's no way he was probably the ward.
Exotic deer and getting chased down right now. 3 stacks about to be 4. He's gonna go down first blood. Drawn by S4, and that is a great start to this game. And Alicia gonna have to cut his way through the trees here. He's gonna try and take that one away. Dodges for the moment. Jarek's though going for the body blocks. He fully blocks him in. Oh, Jarek. They have to use a second tango and to no avail. S4 gonna maybe find the... No, it's not quite there. That was so close. But now you're out of tangos as an AA. All right, that sucks. He's gonna have a tough lane.
Yeah, and the thing is, S4, he manages to get this entire creep wave, so this is going to be a very quick level 2 for him. Jarek's just going to make his way back and heal up. And then... Oh, he's not going to go back, actually. He's going to tango up slowly. Yep. And with this level 2 on the Bad Rider, I mean, this could be very problematic for these supports if they want to zone out the Bad Rider.
Yeah. Well, they do end up getting the D-ward there. I think Fly waited until he saw the creep camp not spawning, and then he went for it. But it is going to be Lich and Weaver versus the Venomancer in the bottom lane. Where do you feel like we're going to see a lot of our actions? Just wherever Jarek's goes on his Earth Spirit?
Oh, this top lane.
Okay.
We're already seeing action.
S4?
Trouble.
Oh! He is going to end up finding the kill. Yeah, the chilling touch, very hard to deal with. As well as, you know, having 3 ranged heroes in the lane and a bear. Roll in. Finding Nisha, the slow is going to be there. He doesn't have level 2 for the kickback, but Nisha's still in trouble. He actually turns to fight this, almost able to take down another one, and they force out the follow-up salve. Nisha going to not get hit by that, actually. Nisha's going to be a liver. And he'll pop the salve after the fact.
That was really well played by Nisha. He realizes that if he continues to run, the flux is just going to get him in the end, so he turns around, mans up, doesn't hit the blast, but because of manning up, he manages to survive that. Oh, S4.
Bottom lane, actually, Pathos is going to die. Might have been able to deny himself, but yeah, S4 is trying to chase down Alicia here, but it is not going to work. So, S4 heading back to lane, while bottom lane, Veno ended up going down.
Arms for the dead.
Mid lane. Might see some action? No. Oh, by the way, he did end up dewarding it, so I think you were right.
Yeah. Good K core here. Do they have any vision of this? Radiant, they have this ward over on the high ground, and it's going to be taken down now. Immediately taken down. And, well, Nisha, 14-3 versus the 11-3 of No Tail. They're trying to kill this Arc Warden here. And if
this is such a difficult kill, though.
Yeah. right, they're getting ready to dive.
Uh-oh, top lane.
They pull him back in, though. This might end up being no-tail going down. Can they kill him off in time? The right clicks are there. They're just going to dive him under tower. In the meantime, S4 is going up here, trying to take down Exotic Deer, and they will find that kill. And then also, was there another one?
Well,
no, that was it.
AA just died to the tower after no-tail goes down. So.
Got it.
I mean, I think that's definitely worth it, right? You know, Arc Warden going down for the two kills in return. I mean, that's...
They have access to the shrine in a little bit over a minute, but this is a tough one right here for Nisha. Any rotation, he could be in trouble, but we'll have that bottle brought out and getting healed back up.
That should help.
Interesting to see that Ancient Apparition does not have any levels of the cold feet.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you know, if you decrypt someone and you ice vortex them, and that blast is gonna do a lot more than 175 damage.
Yeah. Well, in bottom lane, Pato should be able to deal pretty well with resolution pushing the tower. He can just spam out these wards and likely have a decent time for himself. AA is gonna have to sort of mirror the movements here with Rubik, and with Earth Spirit coming into lane also. You need to be a little bit careful. I don't know if they spotted Earth Spirit quite there or not. Doesn't look like it. They're sort of waiting for a counter initiation. Yeah. So how do you feel both teams feel about the game so far? Is one side maybe a little bit happier than the other? Misha, rolling kick. They find it, but the turnaround. They're going to be able to bring down Jerax right here, I believe. Misha still taking some damage, but he ends up decrepping himself, staying alive. They bait out the rotation, and they find the kill, and now going to Shrine.
Top lane, S4 in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to get this kill, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, what?
Oh, my goodness.
He lives. And Jerax, he's going to get entangled now. This guy roots a lot. Jerax, he is going to be able to get the walkway for the moment, but if he gets another root here, they're going in with the bear. He's not going to. Rubik and AA, though, they're wrapping around. They want to go for this. Oh, Jerax, he might get just shot. They only have 1 point right now, but now they see him, and diving for Exotic Deer. They're almost able to get the kill. He's going to be able to go for the stun. Not going to hit. Exotic Deer living yet again. They run through. They find the kill onto Jerax, and now S4, where's he going to go? They use the fear on him and going to be able to lift, pull it back in. They find that kill as well. The supports
that is bad.
For Kinguin, they've been doing it.
Funny enough, OG are still ahead in net worth. But it really hurts to have S4 not having the best of starts, especially since these supports were gone from lane for such a long period of time. He had a decent amount of time to 1v1 the bear, but I mean, now all of a sudden the bear is level 6 and he's still sitting at level 4.
Yeah. So 6 minutes into it, 4-5. The net worth just about dead even. Experience maybe a little bit into Kinguin's favor, but the question is always, how do you transition these into like the later stages? As another D ward is going to come through, and Nisha maybe in a little bit of trouble. He decides to turn in fight, just going to try and suck off, see if he can kill off that Lich. The Lich is going to live. No-Tail takes the kill onto the Pugna, so nice catch up there. And Alicia having to dodge away.
He's so stuck.
He's in no man's land, but we'll still be able to escape, and just going to stand by his creeps here as the flux goes on. And he'll be able to get out of there, I think. Jerax, does he roll for this? He has roll back up in 2. No such luck.
He's sitting behind the tower. Wait, where is he? Oh,
what? What?
He has 1 rock. Okay, he got him. Okay, Jerax.
How did he didn't see him, did he?
No, he did. You see this ward up here where the bounty is?
Did the Ancient Apparition walk up there? Man.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Not giving up on the play. Jerax. So 8 minutes in, and we're taking a look at some of the net worths now. It is still OG with a couple of these heroes on top, but there's this large contingent of Kinguin that has decent net worth, and really the Rubik's been one of the higher net worth supports as well, as Nisha's going to get chased down again, and Invis Rune will get picked up. He's thinking about chasing this.
Chase down this lid.
Yeah. Why is gone. Jarek shows up. Yeah, Nisha's in trouble. And Alicia shows up as well, but it is not enough. Does a lot of damage, that Pugna, but can't quite finish it off. And K-Core going to get brought down as well.
Well, 2-for-1 trade. I think OG are going to be happy with that. Game is still extremely close. S4 is doing a good job in catching up. He's actually about 1,200 away from his link dagger. On track for a decent timing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice part about it. You get that at the next couple minutes and you can start making moves around the map, finding pickoffs onto people. Also, Arc Warden, he's still a ways away from his Midas, actually. No Tail would love to be able to pick that up a little bit quicker. Only 300 gold in the Quilla early, and oh, there's another rotation, and they want to try and shut down No Tail. Do they realize that this is coming, though? I don't think they do, and it's walking in. The smoke broken. Can they get him in time? They, all right, force out the spark ray, or rather the ulti, and they're immediately going to run away. More spark rays being thrown. Man, Kinguin just running away. Every damn person showed up here in the mid lane. K-Core gonna be pulled down. He throws out a Fate Bolt. They do have a lift now. Gonna pull back in the Arc Warden. He's in trouble. He's gonna go down. So the gank doesn't work, but somehow it does. And Pathos also made a Gale throw out there. He's gonna keep on getting a couple of these wards down, but Nisha walks forward, blows up Fly. Resolution is showing up now. I don't know if this is the fight you really want to take. They're diving for him, but they might be able to kill off Rezo. They're just going to heal back up Alicia. Nisha making it happen.
Radiant's top tower.
This is a really interesting game to OG play. I don't think I ever see OG playing this aggressively right off the bat. S4, he's going for this. He's got the haze.
No. Oh, what? Oh my god. How does that happen? He's going to end up dying to the Fade Bolt or just the right clicks. So, first of all, Exotic Deer gets the fear onto S4, and then afterwards roots him when he comes back in for a second round.
I mean, if I was S4 in that position, that's like the most frustrating thing ever. When you get rooted immediately by a bear, it's super frustrating.
No. He should just bring him down to half HP, forces in the ulti, and now turns it around some more. They've got a hell of a lot of damage. No Tail. Is he in trouble now? It looks like he's going to end up dying. Nisha. This is the guy to watch out for. Knows how to play some Pugna. Oh, Exotic Deer. That's the fear. Again, the TP out. He lives. Oh my god.
He was so close to dying. He had a flame break stacked on him as well.
By the skin of his teeth. Kinguin showing their stuff.
9-10 now. S4 is about to finish that Blink Dagger at least.
Oh, he again is going to walk in. Ancient Apparition Blast. Gone again. The silence is there on a Pugna, but I don't think they have the follow-up. Okay, now with everybody they do. They probably do here. He has Decrep in one, stick charges as well. Pops now is going to be able to turn it back around. They can't kill him off. K-Core lifts up Jarek. They're going to bring him down also. It's all falling apart in the mid lane for OG. Oh, man. And they're going to lose the tower to boot.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What is happening here? How come, for some reason, I feel like OG seem to be playing like very sloppily. They're just trying to brute force these ganks when it's not very likely to happen, and reacting very slowly to Kinguin's rotations, as it seems.
It's definitely not the normal OG that we're used to seeing, and Resolution now probably going to get killed off if he's not careful. He's heading up here. Do they use the scan to try and find him? Doesn't look like it. They're just going to focus on the tower, take that down, and call it good, as Weaver is going to try and cut the creep wave, but it doesn't matter. This tower is already gone. Man, No towers taken for OG and 2 tier 1s taken for Kinguin. This is what the lineup was always meant to do. What does OG do from here on this point forward? How do they try and turn this back around?
They want to fight right now because S4 has the Blink Dagger, but I don't know if they're actually strong enough to win these engagements. Uh-oh, Weaver gets caught out.
Ice Blast again, he's gone.
Great combination from them.
And Patos, he's got S4 slowed down again, maxed out. Icy Vortex right now, mixed together with the Gale. S4 never stood a chance. They are getting ran over. Kinguin. I mean, we said it at the very beginning of this draft. This is a team to watch out for. People probably aren't used to the names, but they have been doing really well across all the European qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very confident play coming out of them right now. Oh, that's
no, this is what they need. Yeah, they've also got the Magnetize out. Great combo coming in from OG. Jarek's going to be able to bring down Alicia most likely as well, and throws out the Ice Blast, but that's not going to amount to anything. So OG lose the Lich, but take down 3, including the Pugna.
Right as we were praising them.
It's definitely what you call the cast curse. I guess the big problem, though, is you haven't dealt with this Lone Druid, who's been getting complete and total free farm and is halfway about to his Radiance.
I deserve this.
Really well so far. For an offlane Venomancer, I mean, Patos is doing a great job in keeping up his farm as well. Like, everyone is just very farmed on... Actually, both sides.
Yeah,
every core is farmed.
They're getting what they need. And again, it's just... We haven't been able to see a great instance of using that Blink Dagger because Kinguin are kind of just all over the map. Like, they're always prepared and ready for these rotations to come in. Maybe now they can find this Rubik. Yeah, they definitely got him. But you never get something for nothing. Top lane, they're going to take the tower.
Yeah, and this pressure is going to continue to come out of Kinguin. Looks like they are feeling like very confident in their ability to just constantly pressure these towers. I think like you mentioned before, you know, their lineup is potentially very threatening to your structures, but I think that's only if you are ahead and doing well in the laning phase, which is exactly what happened. So, top lane. More pressure coming out.
Yeah. And, well, it is going to be the Ancient Apparition caught. He deals a good amount of damage onto S4 here, and I think it slows him down enough where he's still going to die, but no, S4 can't really come to defend this lane very well. Although with Arc Warden showing up, now they might be able to. Yeah, they can't quite get it. But that was a lot of damage dealt to the tier 2 tower, down to 260 HP. They find the pick off in the Ancient Apparition, and well, OG's starting to right the ship a little bit, and actually might be able to do more. Nisha turns it back around. Resolution brought down very low, and with Patos here as well, he's going to be forced to run away. But you mentioned that Diffusal Blade. He's already got it done. Do you think we're going to see that to try and like blow up Nisha so can take away the decrep?
You pretty much blow up anyone, really. Like, yeah. Decrep can be used to try to save his allies, but since he has that Diffusal Blade, not going to be much of an option anymore. So Resolution does do a good bit of damage right now, but still trailing behind a bit. I think we're going to smoke up, see where they go with this one. Oh, looks like they saw the smoke.
Oh, it's just kind of nuts. So they're heading down bottom instead, but they do have Ice Blast here. The Ancient Apparition. K-Core, do they spot him? They don't have vision. They've used Ice Blast now, and yeah, it looks like they're going to have to stop now. Fly is still up here. Can maybe do something to Exotic Deer, who does have his relic completed on the bear. They really want to kill this Lone Druid if they can. And he's actually going to make that a possibility here in a second. They have Chain Frost, but now Exotic Deer dodging the gank, staying alive. Man, look at this play. He allows the bear to hit it while staying so far away from them.
Yeah, this is some very, very patient play. And just great farming patterns around the map. This is how you stay alive as a core.
Yeah. You mentioned the other day when we were watching Kinguin play that you felt like Exotic Deer is like not a very flashy player, but a very consistent one and sort of always kind of does his job.
Yeah,
kind of example of it there. But OG now, where are they going to look to? They're smoked. Is this a good fight for them? Patos gets the pipe delivered in the middle of them ganking him and might be able to get his ulti off as well as that Ancient Apparition blast. It's not going to be quite on the mark, but they do find Fly. Good amount of damage there as well. Do they pop that Poison Nova? They are going to throw it out. It connects not onto everybody, and it looks like the rest of Kinguin are going to need to run away to try and escape this. Bear will die, and K-Korg is going to try and go for the TP out. They lose 1 for the Lich.
I think you're okay with that as OG. That Venomancer is so tanky.
Yeah.
Having that pipe, they just didn't really have the most damage, but at the end of the day, they do take him down. They lose the Lich, but they also take a Bear with them, so 300 gold.
Yep.
Not too shabby. Jirax actually almost has a really good.
Yeah, he's been able to get fairly farmed. Highest net worth on a support in the game right now. And meanwhile, Resolution had to run away as he was brought down fairly low. Does not want to get sniped there. Oh, Batrider able to dodge from that Ice Blast. And the Radiance is now done. How much is this a problem for OG?
I'd say it's a pretty big problem right now. I think they're having an issue. I think they're having issues fighting into this lineup so far.
I guess with the pipe done also, I mean, if Kinguin want to even think about, like, could they even think about trying to, like, push high ground a little bit here?
I think so. I would say so. They have a radius on their Bear, and they have a HUD that can chip away slowly.
Well, the big question mark, how do OG defend against this? As everybody gets ready to get set up, they pull in 1. It's kind of a scary one. The Ice Blast is going to go out as well. Is he going to be able to get it off? No, doesn't manage to get any ulti off. It's still on cooldown for 10 seconds. So they blow up the Venomancer, and that should stop the push in its path. Resolution, they turn around. They ended up using a life drain there as well. Atos now down, caught the Batrider. S4, a little bit out of position, dying to the Radiance. They find that kill. Bear is going to live with 20 HP, and now the jump board. Jarek was stunned, but he didn't have Magnetize. Oh, that would have been a team wipe right there. As it is, it still might be enough. As the Bear is going to end up getting the fear back, pushes Resolution away. If Exotic Deer can get out of this one, as well as Nisha, I think they're willing to accept that, but a big win for OG.
This is the scariest thing about high grounding against a Batrider is that one of your teammates potentially might get pulled so far out of position that you can no longer take these fights, and that's exactly what happened there. Venomancer didn't contribute anything to the team fight because he didn't have the cooldown he needed.
Yep.
Was so far into Radiant space. OG making the best out of a very bad situation.
Yeah, I would say they sort of, not necessarily dodged a bullet there, but they kind of, they made sure that they took advantage when there was a little bit of a misplay by Kinguin. Because I think by rights, the way that game was going, it looked like they could have been able to take at least a tier 3 tower there. And now they're kind of slowed down a little bit. And OG has this other chance to sort of right the ship and get themselves into a good position. Although that being said, they almost took down Resolution right there also.
Resolution gonna be going for a BKB next. I think once they get the BKB, then the game gets a little easier for them. At that point, only Logru can really deal with him. Maybe Venomancer to some extent, but Venomancer is not exactly going for a right-click build. He's doing a lot of utility first.
Oh, and they're looking to try and do the same thing they just did, and OG are going to have to come back to defend again. Maybe this time Veno will try and play a little bit more carefully with the positioning. We'll see how OG deal with this. As Resolution going to TP back now as well. And Batrider finds somebody again. S4. Big man. Needs to make this work for himself. The Bear going to start to hit. They throw down the magnetic field. They're taking a lot of damage, down to half HP. Ready to walk forward again. S4, he's over there to the side. He can go in for a jump, but a little bit scary. They got him with the Atos. Force it back again. There's the big magnetize coming in from Jerax. He rolls away, and Kinguin going to back out. They're still at very high HP, so no magnetize for this next round of a fight. Well, Nisha is going to have another ward to drop down here as well with the next creep wave that comes in. Oh, Courier? Almost ends up going down. Resolution was looking for it, but they're not going to find it. So they see Resolution coming in behind him. And there's going to be a catch now onto Arc Warden. He's going to be force-tapped away. Ice Blast going to be committed in. Do they connect? No. They're not going to get him there. They get the Courier. Now the wraparound is here as well from Resolution as well as from Jerax. They slow down. They're separated from the rest of their team. The stun is going to go, but it only connects onto the bear. And they do run him away. Very tense moment right now as OG try and hold high ground.
They managed to do it. 2 heroes still in enemy, behind enemy lines, but they managed to take down the tower.
Yeah, and there's the life drain as well.
Damage.
No Tail, he's seen to get out of there. Do they have the fear? They break it. He's in trouble now. No Tail going to go down. Buys back immediately. They need him here. But Resolution, he's found Alicia. They throw out the Ice Blast. It's going to connect, but the BKB was already delivered. And now Resolution, where does he go? He doesn't have any ability to get out of there. He's starting to get ran down. Is he going to live through this? It looks like he is. Chain Frost now bouncing between Nisha, Exotic Deer, and a couple of creeps. They're here on the barracks, and they're going to start to lose it. This is going to be a lane of barracks going to the favor of Kinguin at 24 minutes. Bat Rider immediately lifted. They got him. S4 is in trouble. He's going to go down. Oh, maybe, possibly he's actually going to live through that one. The Magnetize has gone on so long that it's back up again. And now, with the rest of the heroes dead, Kinguin looking to be able to escape from this with their 2 cores. Atos, Resolution's dead.
That was a very impressive siege.
Like, everything handled perfectly from them. It was about as good as it could have gone. And S4 now also in trouble? The Atos? Oh, good silence. That's going to keep him alive, at least for now, but he's still caught by that cold feed and blinks away before they're able to... Life Drain was still going at that point. So a buyback from the Arc Warden, Elena Barracks. If they go in and take down Roche now, I mean, what's the play for OG here?
How do you even fight as OG? This is like such a farming lineup. You know, you have Arc Warden, you have a Weaver, and neither of them are even able to farm ward plants. Arc Warden can do his best by split pushing, but that's it. Arc Warden comes online a little too slowly.
Yeah. And he has this, like, what's the Void Stone for? I guess that was something he picked up earlier when he wanted to go for a more farming build and realized he had to go back for a Maelstrom.
Untraceable.
Maybe the beginning of Lincoln.
Yeah. All right. 26 minutes in, and another round from Kinguin as they're getting ready to push in mid this time. And we saw how it went. Is there anything that OG could have done better or changed as far as defending the siege?
That's kind of hard to say. It's really always going to have to start off with S4 pulling in someone out of position. As long as they can have that kind of initiation, they should be fine. Anything else other than that, then the game becomes very difficult.
I guess the other worry is that... Oh, all right, there's the pull in, but they get the lift back. The Ice Blast as well is there. They get the Poison Nova onto absolutely everybody. Pato's doing a lot of damage, but so too is the Chain Frost. The Magnetize onto all these heroes. Nisha's going to go down. Resolution trying to take down that ward as well. 3 are dead in exchange for Jerax. And Exotic Deer needs to run the hell away. They still have the bugs on him. K-Core in trouble. He has Sakuchi, though, and should be able to get out as... They're going to walk away. Resolution maybe going to get lifted again. S4 could have as well if they wanted to try and get him, and they're going to get the lift up. Now the bear on top of him. Gets the entangle, the fear. It happens every time. It's too many roots, and they pull the bear back before they can get the damage on it.
That's how you should be playing against Bear, though. You always have to assume the worst. If you think you're about to get... If you think you're about to get rooted, you're probably going to get rooted.
Yeah. Well, one thing to consider is that last time they were able to hold and they won the team fight just because they have enough damage, and it is only 1,000 gold lead in spite of being a racks up. So I'm feeling like in some ways this is actually... Oh, Nisha? They got him. They're trying to turn. They're trying to kill, and they end up taking down the Pugna. Resolution. Making the plays with the DD. They're looking for more. Can they kill him off? There's a stun. It connects, and Arc Warden shows up as well. He's onto Alicia, taking him down. They're trying to get him out of there. Has the flux. The right clicks are enough. Patos also need to get out of there. Force tap to the side. The Bear is trying to slow him down with Radiance, but it is not working. And OG striking back in a big way. Takes down 2. I don't know, my man. How do you, looks like they're capable of fighting.
Yeah, I mean, with that one hold, it looked really bad because he got caught by the Rubik, but...
Right.
I think, like, having them all group up like that for the Chain Frost as well as the Earth Spirit combo seems to have worked out very well.
Yeah.
So, this is a good target for that to fight Rubik. Stun him.
Oh, good force staff. He is gonna get the Sakuchi away. Are you kidding me? By the way, he has a pipe on top of the pipe from Vedos. They have double pipe. Not to mention...
I think it's fair. There's so much magic damage.
Yeah. They need to get a Aegis, don't they?
It looks like they are going to be going for it, so...
Yeah.
Maybe play a little more safely. Go for a pick-off, perhaps, or get some more information out, but they are just walking straight in.
Yeah. And OG actually, they realize now that that's happening with wards up on the high ground and now the bugs on everybody as well. They see absolutely everything, but can they get here in time to stop it? The walk forward, they have the Icy Vortex down as well. There's a Pugna ward down, and Kinguin now realizing that they need to back out. They need to be careful. Resolution pops the BKB, turns the fight. Nisha needing to run away for the moment, but they are able to stun up and take down that Rubik for the moment. Can they kill him, though? He has Sakuchi gonna get away. They're holding on now. Are they looking for an opening? S4. Maybe gonna get lifted? God, the Sakuchi from the Rubik is so good. And his spell steal's actually gonna wear off pretty soon. He needs to be careful with this. They're going back in to finish off Roche, though. And with the Solar Crest, can they get here in time? It doesn't look like it. They're going to be able to find and take down Aegis. Gets picked up. Nisha gets it. And now the turn to fight. No tail. His little guy is going to get brought down. And with that, maybe they can get a few on the outside. No, they're just going to have to back out. So OG, they don't manage to stop Roche from happening, but they don't die as they take it either.
That's a pretty big win for them. Did they give it a Pugna? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
This is really important that it's on Pugna.
Let's start to take down this tier 3 tower. Deso is done for the Weaver as well. And now another steal. They pull him back in. A lot of damage being dealt. Ice Blast going to connect onto several. Meanwhile, while this is going on, they're able to lift up and try and maybe bring down the Pugna. He gets the force staff away, though. Still fine for the moment. Poison Nova goes out. It's connecting on to a lot of them. No Tail's going to have to back off because of this.
But once again, it's another hold.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not over yet. It doesn't seem like they want to lose.
I mean, without the Rubik, it's a little bit scary, but... Oh, good aggressive force staff forward. Look at the damage, though. That's Aegis already down. All right, maybe they can make this happen. No Tail, he's walking forward. He's in front of him. The Bear is dead as well. He does have a resummon, hasn't used it yet. Chain Frost now getting thrown. Only hits onto one creep.
No,
roll forward, Jarex. Okay, now they've got an Atos connection onto him. Ice Blast going to connect onto Jarek. No, he gets the force staff out. God, OG is playing this about as perfect as you can, but you can see it's just such a technical hold.
Not going to be an easy 5 back into the game. The game's still really even, but Kinguin are just gonna keep death balling until at a certain stage, OG are just gonna be so strong that Kinguin just can't do this anymore, and then they're gonna be in trouble. So
right.
I feel like they're kind of on the timer at this point with how they've been playing.
They even popped double mango to get back up the mana to go again, and they want to try and catch out resolution. Ooh, this could be big. Can they get him? Oh, K-Core not quite there. And now S4, they caught him with the Atos, but they can't do it. They drop that ward as well. And I think that Kinguin need to back out and maybe go mid or do something, because they're going to get picked apart by this Weaver otherwise.
Resolution did a great job in catching up, and now he has the items he needs to do enough damage in these team fights. And like you said, he's like a 2,000 something gold. He's gonna get an SPD very soon as well.
Yeah. All right, they got the Pugna, but gonna end up pulling it back in. The Ice Blast, the Nova. I think it might be enough. They already take down the tower, and look at OG. They're gonna take so much damage from this. Nisha now starting to drain as well from resolution. It looks like that's going to be the end of it, but that was like a ton of ultimates out, and I think that they get the barracks with this because OG can't heal up fast enough. So much damage being dealt to this tower, to this barracks. They catch resolution. He's able to get the time lapse off just barely. The bear, is it going to do it? 16 HP. They need to kill it off, and they will. They commit the second bear to it as well. K-Core getting taken down as well. No tail did enough damage. It's the second melee, but like you said, I feel like they almost need to like end the game right now because OG, I don't think cares about another melee racks. Like they can hold.
Well, we'll see what the case, if that is actually the case. See if Kinguin decide to just continuously throw themselves at the rack of Megas.
I mean, even with Megas though, you've got like the Mjolnir done on Arc Warden. Batrider's okay at clearing them. Do you think that it's like the death sentence for OG if they get Mega'd?
It'll be pretty bad. I mean, like you said, they can clear creeps, but that's just creeps.
Right.
And if you try to fight the creeps with the heroes, I mean, if you're Mega at this point of the game, I feel like you're fighting a 6th hero or 7th hero. That's how I see it.
Well, Radiant Scan, they don't hit on that, but Alicia, maybe the one that gets punished? No. Instead, they found the Pugna. I don't know if that's going to work. The Ice Blast, it only connected onto 2, and they don't have any follow-up. Alicia's going to fall, and Patos also in trouble. He has a Force Staff, can get to the low ground. The roll by Jerax is a little bit off the mark as well. The jump forward, Patos, it's a 4-man Gale, but to no avail. As this is going to be OG striking back in a big way with 3 dead and buyback only on 2. What are they going to do? Bearman down bottom. He's going to try and push this out and see if he can rat him out while this is going on. But OG, they do damage.
So far, it's 1 buyback. They're making it work, though. Oh, but the Scylla Bear, he's cutting the wave.
And he also is going to have a creep wave in there from bottom. This is actually... damage. This is quite bad. Bear is going to hit your tower really hard. Oh my god, it's gone. All right, Jerax has found him, but that was a lot of freaking damage and already a tier 3 down. It looks like Lone Druid is going to fall, but he forces absolutely everybody back. And Resolution, is he going to live through this? It looks like he will.
All right. OG showing signs of life. They're reaching that stage where it's just going to become too hard for Kinguin to deal with them.
And they don't have a lot of heroes to try and break TPs so that the bear can go for the backdoor plays. But it just goes to show how quickly these things can turn. And even, I guess the other problem is that if they do get Mega'd, eventually the Lone Druid is going to be able to like threaten your tier 4s and Ancients as well. S4, oh, he's caught out of position. Again, the Force Staff play. Very, very key, but he is maybe going to end up dying nonetheless. Jerax gets the silence. That's going to keep S4 alive for the moment. Can Kinguin get away in time? It looks like they will. God, that damage on Anisha.
Tranquil Boots have so much value when your opponents just have nothing but a ton of spells to throw at you from a distance. who never got his tranquils deactivated by all of these spells, and a lot of that region like may have been the thing that saved him there.
Yeah. Well, the lone druid bear has AC, Maelstrom, as well as Midas and Radiance. Might be thinking about getting towards those bots later as well to allow for. I guess it'd probably have to be Aghanims first, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, Rezo? Do they have a gem or anything like that?
Ancient Apparition.
Stolen Sakuchi again.
He has MKB now, though. Resolution is very, very strong. So is No Tail. They have. This might be what they need. These might be the items they need to fight with.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem. I guess it's always going to come down to a structural warfare, though, which is what we're going to have to keep our eyes on. Is how well are Kinguin able to keep these lanes pushed out and force OG inside their own base?
What have we here?
No Tail doing his best to split push. Doesn't have the Shadow Blade on his main hero.
Alicia also, I mean, we've seen it time and again, the defensive force staffs by the rest of the OG team. God, if they end up in one bad team fight, though, they do catch Nisha. The counter initiation comes out. They get the Ice Blast. Chain Frost is bouncing, but it looks like they're going to kill up Pugna nonetheless. Now running out of there, they've got their eyes onto this Patos Venomancer. He gets the Poison Nova off, but I don't know if that's really going to end up mattering all that much. That's going to be Alicia running away. Exotic Deer also trying to get out of there. Do you think that they need to take these fights differently? Like, do we need to see Exotic Deer split pushing with this bear?
I feel like it's so hard to split push unless you have the scepter.
Yeah.
Because I think OG, if they notice that you're doing something like that, they'll just send heroes down there to just pick off your bear every single time. Yeah. So it's a really tough call for Kinguin right now. It's just seems to be getting harder and harder as time passes on.
Well, and they are going for the BKB, so I think the goal here is to eventually force Batrider to have to lasso the bear, because otherwise they won't be able to take it down. But I guess, like you were saying, Resolution might do enough damage now that he can just kill it. 40 minutes in, a 9,000 net worth lead for OG, with almost 25,000 experience lead for them. But still, it feels like 1-1 team fight by Kinguin, and they could take the whole base. The question is, how do they do that? What's their sort of goals going to be, and how do OG make sure they don't lose the team fight?
I feel like it's just a little too hard for Kinguin to actually make that happen at this point. They're up in terms of structures, but I think given enough time, OG are just going to win this game in the end, because you're talking about breaking their base with Aegis. They have Aegis cheese as well as buyback on all of their cores. It's like very unlikely for that to happen. So, honestly, I'm not too sure what to expect out of Kinguin to win this game. It just looks so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, they're going Mask of Madness in the hopes that they'll have enough damage to deal with it, but bottom lane, No Tail does have bots, but they also have Nisha in front of him. They catch the Ice Blast and force the BKB TP. That was the 10-second one as well. Oh, they killed the bear. Resummon. Maybe head down bottom now. But top lane is where they're putting the pressure on, and No Tail gonna be able to take a lot of damage onto that tier 3 tower top. Nisha trying to push out bottom. Again, you break backdoor protection and give Exotic Deer a little bit of time on these structures. With Mask of Madness, not easy. He actually switches up. He is going the Ags. I really like that decision.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the only choice he has now. And No-Tail, he's going to be going for that sheep stick. Actually has enough for it. He wants to buy it.
Illusion.
But this is the kind of game we're in now. We're in for the long haul. Some classic Arc Warden game.
Oh yeah. No-Tail gonna walk forward. Maybe just kill off K-Core. He might just die. Nah, he's get decrept and now he's gonna run away. Yeah, it's the strength of that hero. Well, Lone Druid picks up the axe, and the bear now is going to run at No-Tail's face. And he actually doesn't have the sheep stick on him yet. Run away from me. I'm an angry bear. Well, he wanted to steal Sakuchi. And he did, but he paid for it.
Value.
Alright, way to pull that bear back there. 44 minutes in, and it does feel like OG are, you know, with all the Arc Warden pushing out all the lanes, it's really, really hard for Kinguin to get anything done. They're just fully contained inside their base. They're going to have to win a team fight here if they want any hope of getting out of there.
It's just so difficult because No-Tail has reached that stage where he just boosted travels, makes copies, every lane is always shoved in, and they're just forced to sit inside their base now.
Oh. Tail, he walks forward. That's gonna be initiation on the Pathos. He gets decrept, and No-Tail just gonna hit the tower. They use a good bit of damage. That bear eats him up.
Yeah, but while all of this is happening, I mean, look at No-Tail. He's like, whatever. I'm just gonna sit down here. I'm gonna keep hitting this tier 2. Eventually, all of your lanes are going to be vulnerable.
Yeah. And, I mean, even having that level 25 talent now on the Weaver, getting the added movement speed, they are heading down bottom. The bear is going to start hitting No-Tail, but it just does not have enough damage. And, well, they're going to try and push out the creep wave with this. I don't know if it's going to work, though. That's the problem. He can just send it out again, and the bear is gone. Went for the lifesteal talent as well, 30%. Arc Warden walks forward. They take down the creep that he was TPing on. But it's the most Pyrrhic of victories, as there is just nothing for them to do here.
And now, we just watch the slow stage coming out of OG.
They did end up losing the Aegis, so there is a possibility for things to be done. What that is, though, is kind of a question mark at this point.
I mean, just the biggest issue I see here is none of the Dire side have buyback. They bought out. The only people who do are Ancient Apparition and Pugna. I don't think that's going to be enough to hold with.
Yeah. They pop the BKB. Scotty done for the Weaver as well. And they get the Sheep Stick now onto Alicia. Lotus Orb to take it off. But, I mean, this is really bad.
Double damage.
What have we here?
Alright. Pathos, he's getting close to his Aghanim Scepter. Just to deal the most damage you can with the Poison Nova. Resolution pops BKB, goes in, takes down the tier 3 tower. It is gone.
Oh boy, he has a double damage as well. This is just some death by 1,000 cut stuff right here.
Yeah. There's just nothing to do. There's literally nothing they can do except win a team fight that OG aren't even going to take. OG are not going to risk anything, and they're slowly going to take this building apart. They're slowly going to take the entire map apart, and Kinguin just can't do anything to stop it.
And now No-Tail has a butterfly. He's pretty freaking huge.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's hitting the melee racks, though. Should be hitting the racks. Some of that unhealable damage, as they say in NA. Actually,
gotta happen.
Who started sitting? Was it Grant? Pretty sure it was Grant.
Might have been. I don't know.
Grant actually cracks me up. Grant this is the funniest. I had a lot of fun watching their King's Cup.
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun to check that one out. I don't think we saw an Arc Warden once in those games. Maybe might have. I could be wrong about that. But this is a sad way to end it for Kinguin. I mean, compared to how good it looked for a little while there, they were taking barracks, they were doing all that stuff. Now 20,000 gold almost behind, and roughly the 28,000 experience. And the OG just going to keep on farming and keep on building up that net worth lead until they are literally unkillable. They're going to chase down the bear. I mean, is there ever any worry that eventually you get into items, or you like maybe see OG get a little bit sloppy with their play and then you can kill them off? Or do you not think so?
The only way I see OG losing this game is if they decide to go high ground and all of them disconnect their mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
So that they can't even pause the game.
Hey, we got a Dagon for Nisha. That's the,
was that the second bear? Yeah, that's 2 bears, so both bears are dead. Lone Druid, not having a bear, he says wait.
Alright.
I am
for the late
certain. OG must know that there's no bear.
Sorry, new meta. Yeah, I think the not banning Arc Warden was a problem. What was their last ban? I don't even remember.
Alright, that was years ago.
Yeah. Well, Arc Warden goes in.
Oh yeah, this is just some Arc Warden.
Oh, wait a minute though. Look at this. Look at K-Core's steal. He took Magnetic Field himself. So Arc Warden versus Arc Warden apparently. Assisted by Arc Warden. Nobody does damage.
It means nothing. I mean, he took the tower already, so...
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, oh, here we go.
Alright.
Nisha.
They got one. Are they going to disconnect their computers? Nope. They got a kill. Buyback from the Pugna.
Back immediately. Look at this damage. Oh boy, alright, this is done for. Time to get
Magnetize getting switched around as well. They are going to try and do anything at all to hold on, but it really doesn't feel like anything is going to be enough. Well, no. Well, no. Maybe. No. Not happening. The Magnetize lasted 6 years. But these barracks are not going to last 6 seconds at the rate that they're going. Well, they lost to barracks, which means it's easier to hold this barracks. Right?
I don't think that's going to be the case. I think, I mean, the thing is, like, there's always something else to go for.
Oh, God. Oh, counterplay, maybe a possibility, but it's only a Bat Rider, and, well, he's not even going to go down for free as they take down the Pugna. Now they take down another. Resolution going to run away. The stun on the 2, and no way to stop it. The saddest of days. And, well, No Tail goes up top. He does show his real hero for a moment. It doesn't matter. There's the sheep stick. They connect. Do they get any roots? The roots were all used up earlier, and the bear can't get any now. Trying to catch up, but the sheep stick comes out. Now they got the bear controlled. He's gonna die. No bear for 70 seconds.
Oh,
Patos, Gale, not happening.
I think he's dead. Nope.
You were saying this game was over a long time ago, and I'm starting to understand what you were meaning now.
I mean, it's just the patient play from OG. I mean, they've been through this before. In fact, this is a classic OG game, honestly.
Classic OG game. They take it. Game number 1. 51 minutes, 40 to 22. Felt like Kinguin had the upper hand, but Arc Warden proved to be Arc Warden in the end.
They had the window of opportunity, and unfortunately for them, just unable to grasp that. It's...
Dire Radiant team. Dire team.
I mean, who wants to go watch those teams? I mean, it's so predictable, right?
Yeah, exactly. In this game,
I don't want to say anything to tip you off as to who's going to win, because that would be boring for you. But it's very obvious, and you shouldn't even watch. He knows what could happen.
And look at the picks and bans as well. Who would expect a bounty and a Veno to be first picked, an Io and a Spirit Breaker? Where's the Earthshaker? Where's the Necro's banned? Okay, there's no AA. Where's Ancient Apparition? He's just not here. Where's Void?
That stream, actually, so I'm just gonna go. Like,
10 seconds
I'm good.
remaining.
Do you think we can get someone else to cover this?
5 seconds.
No?
remaining.
No? Okay, so, next pick up here.
You wanna leave? You done?
No, never. Dota 2, the video game. It has everything I need in my life. And I'm down for a bounty hunter game too. Looking forward to that. Into the Io Spirit Breaker, obviously a little scary. 2 heroes that can counter bounty pretty hard. I mean, I guess just saying having to go into them. Obviously, they were both counter picked up against him, but it's a hard knock life for a bounty in this situation. And they're going to start taking out what they banned out. The Anti-Mage, the Darkseer. Okay, so some good pairings in terms of global power, as well as the Iron Shot for the Spirit Breaker, help enable him. Fair enough. How do you capitalize on this bounty?
With the bounty or against the bounty?
Yeah, as your buddy,
remaining.
the bounty, being friends.
That's a good question. I mean,
5
with
seconds
these growing floors like
remaining.
Bounty, Earth Spirit, Spirit Breaker, I feel like the important thing is having at least lanes that you can like activate to look for kills. Because harassing and chipping away at HP and regen is fine, but actually getting kills on people is really important for these 4 roles to get boots, to get arcanes, to get a blink on another hero, but in this case maybe a solar crest on the bounty or a shadow blade or an urn on the Spirit Breaker. You need to get these kills. So having support, having core heroes in lanes with damage or just kill threat is pretty important. So I think, you know, Queen of Pain, Puck potentially could be heroes that we look towards, just high damage heroes that really can be, you know, enabled by these Spirit Breakers and Bounty Hunters. I'm not sure about the hard 5 for Penta. I'm not sure if it matters all that much. I mean, you could just pick an AA, then you have Track with an Ice Blast. Pairs up nicely with the Veno. Could go down
I like that.
direction.
Yep.
Then you can go Void as well. You know, Void AA in your second phase as Penta wouldn't be bad. I don't think.
They have the I was gonna say possibilities of like Shadow Shaman 2 is also okay against the Spirit Breaker and the IO. Rubik's now somewhat tempting. Oh, could steal Doom, good against the Spirit Breaker. Has a little bit of Burst of the Fade Bolt, kind of can help out in some ganks.
10 seconds remaining.
Not too bad. Kind of one of those more signature heroes, though. If they were really into playing
5
Rubik, I'd expect it.
seconds remaining.
Some teams have been picking Lion a bit recently, and he kind of counters all 3 of those enemy heroes and gives you burst for track.
Dire team.
Wyvern.
Winter Wyvern.
That doesn't do any of these things. So it helps D-push a little bit in terms of some early pressure. But that's a bit of an odd one. Unless it's going to bring some offlane Wyvern, perhaps. Have they been practicing the strats? I mean, it's good against the IO +1, for
10
sure.
seconds
But I like it when it has those certain pairings. If it's not like this big IO +1 combo, it's not going to be that effective, I don't think. But we'll see. Maybe you can snipe it every time.
Radiant team.
What else does it bring to
In
the
the
table? Like,
spirit.
Full Brace is good against Doom. Arctic Burn kind of doesn't mitigate, but I guess it does mitigate a little bit of the Scorched Earth healing as you burn through with your long-range attacks. I'm not sure about overall
10
synergy.
seconds
Little
remaining.
nuance
Dire
things to do with the Wyvern. DP, they're gonna go all-out push. It looks like.
They don't really have a choice because they don't have enough catch for IO Ember and +1, which I'm sure the last hero is probably going to be mobile. They have track, sure, but they have 3 heroes with no real stun. I mean, even ulti on Wyvern, you've got Shuriken Toss, and now you have Silence on DP. But they are pretty stunless right now. And a bad in this bando, yeah, fair enough. Underlord might actually be a decent option for them, to be honest.
Or just buy a fast mech or pipe or something and just run at them.
Yeah.
Broodmother.
They banned the Broodmother.
That's fair enough.
Is that why they banned Brood? They're drowning.
I mean, they've got no hero to deal with Brood, right? I mean, Drow is like the first thing when it comes to your mind. Brood is just one of those heroes that can just be placed into a game, and if you've got nothing to deal with it, then laning stage goes incredibly poorly.
I do just like it in general, though, because, again, the 5-man versus the Spiritbreaker and the IO, the fact that it lets Venno actually offlane.
Man stands ready.
Will be the position 1 instead for them, so they're not all in now. But Sven feels weird.
He's decent against Ember with all that physical burst damage through a stun and a silence, but you've got to rely on your stun and silence, literally one of each.
These are some low armor heroes, though. You're right, like not just the Ember too, like the Doom and the IO.
We get some little combos going. So what are we expecting here? Well, no expectations, just the Weaver. PG understand that there, again, like you said, are very few disables here from Penta. Slippery little hero for that safe lane. Could they even go aggro dual lane here? I mean, Wyvern Sven against a Weaver Wisp. That forces Bounty Hunter to then be down a bot lane without force Spirit Breaker to be there. Then you have a defensive tri lane against an aggro. You know, I still think EPG come out on top. But I guess you've got to consider the Doom against the Venno then, don't you? So
yeah, that would not be good.
That would not be good. We'll just put your hero safe lane. Because for sure the Ember's going to need help mid against the DP.
Spirit is so good at dealing with Ancients, though, because he can just be across the whole map, and he can just be blocking them off non-stop.
Making sure Bounty Hunter doesn't get any stacks or anything.
Yeah. Which he'll need for recovery experience.
Let's see what they do. Themselves into the game overlays. I'm not going to mess up again. I promise. Learn from my mistakes, Trent.
Prepare for battle.
Then I forget a couple of days later. What do we start off with? Looks like Ember Spirit heading towards mid, quelling Stout heading into PMS and a salve. Mitch with a poor man's to begin with will be heading down towards bot alone. So potentially here we could even have an Ember IO mid, and this is something that Liquid were doing a lot. You know, not too long ago, not for TI, was the Miracle Ember mid and the GH IO, and he'd basically, you know, stack these camps, come into mid, and allow the Ember Spirit just to play more aggressively, because you have high burst damage with Flame Guard, with Searing Chains. You've got a lot of damage about you. Your real weakness is your squishiness, so the IO kind of just removes that. It removes your squishiness, removes the danger of Spirit Siphon and Crypt Swarm, and you can just look for these kills on the Death Prophet potentially with a charge. You know, we can have this convergence of two supports moving towards mid, which probably is going to be important here against an RMN Bounty Hunter to keep him under tab.
Yeah, the most annoying thing too is that he comes in and he heals you and then he leaves. So like you said, he's up here doing these stacks and everything, and he's not even soaking that much experience away from the Ember Spirit. So it feels like you're losing this lane 1v1 because this guy just randomly gets fountain. Gets back to like full HP.
The bounty, the IO, the Lizard has to tether away. Trade 2 bounties. Gorani Faye both put their hands on theirs, but here's the aggressive play. Shukuchi in a second. He'll be able to escape away from this. Oliver, DNZ, and RMN all up in this top lane. Aggressive lane from them. So they actually put the Venno on the bottom lane, safe against Mitch's Doom. And these were the matchups that, you know, I was kind of bringing up until I realized that maybe they didn't.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. But I thought about it the other way around. I thought that EPG could go for it, but it's actually Penta aiming to give us the Doom matchup. But I guess the Weaver can just leech experience top. That'll be the plan there. Move the IO and the Spirit Breaker a little bit towards the mid lane. But 9 has done a really great job here dragging the creep wave back, aggroing it on top of the ramp of the Radiant side. So he's now no longer susceptible to getting dives, especially with Flame Guard down already.
Feels really awkward. Can I even do anything to her? No. Doesn't look like it. I mean, she can't get a courier, I guess? Oh, speaking of couriers, Bounty Hunter. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Oh, he came up too early.
This on, and the chains onto RMN. Charge back to 9. Cancelled out there as they turn and face the bounty hunter. This is going to be your first blood, surely, with a few swiped out. Boronier cancels the attack, and now
he has the double regen because he just tangled that ward that he was saving. It might kind of screw up the roach. Oh, that'll help. Oh no, they got him.
They got him.
I thought the slam was going to do it.
But you don't get the... You get double duration now with the tango, not the double HP regen, right?
Yes, it just lasts twice as long. It's true. Yeah, I thought he was going to keep on running, but...
Tried to stop Roshan. The clap helped out EPG. They even dragged some dire creeps in there, which get denied to Roche, so 9 misses out on like 2 TNs at the same time. They're trying to go in on the Weaver here. Sentry's ready on the bounty. He goes in for 6 hits, and apparently they just don't really care about the Weaver being survivable or escapable. Spirit Breaker is now also joined the battle. Nothing left to give there as Yol will survive in the meantime. A solo kill on the Ember by the Death Prophet.
Yeah, there's no movement speed changes on either of these heroes yet, so... Oh, there's bottles on this courier. Oh, there you go, we're double bottling, Io and Ember. I mean, not unusual, but still kind of funny to see them both on one courier. Big plays for the Death Problem. That evens them back up in terms of levels. And after this wave, still have to...
Gucci and a kill. Mitch, take it. There we go. Well done. Mitch is still going to get chased down here by Oliver, but the clarity is cancelled, so there will be no stun. Still 40 away from it, but Mitch is still going to get closed off here. He'll take a few more hits than Oliver has, I suppose, will kill the Doom.
It's alright, man. He's got the toughness aura. The bonus armor is there. As well as the Ring of Aquila and the Weaver helping him out, too.
That's good.
He had 7 armor or 6 armor when he got hit by that Sven there, so big plays.
Lizard escaped from the top as well as RMN cut the wave, looking for a bit of a go onto the IO. And they've swapped their lanes around now, so Venno is top, RMN.
This looks like it's going to be a really big punish onto the Dire, though. If they just catch this wave, like, these creeps, they're just going to keep them alive. And they're going to beat the hell out of this tower top. Look how far they're going. They have great vision up here as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Some rotations.
Yeah, Mitch has left the bottom lane. Shifts up towards top. They have a charge, but Spirit Breaker is still level 1 minutes in. Oh, 2 with that. Dear me.
At least the supports rotate out of top. Keep that pressure up. Playing the tower.
Mid lane Spirit Siphon on the DD Ember. 9. Good HP total there as Wyvern actually makes a rotation in. Looks like that's what the harassment was. Not going to find a rune though, as it was a regen bottom for RM. And he's about to crack level 3. Look at that.
Dire team, Radiant team.
Necrophos.
Dire team, ban. Radiant team, ban.
Well, like you said, it's definitely looking to be a different draft. Really happy that Kinguin have a way to stop potential split pushers in the Earthshaker this time around. You know, you gotta at least have one hero who can do that. And OG, like you said, a different opening, but because it is OG, I am almost certain that there's always going to be at least one hero who can do the split pushing. Always at least one.
Right. Just kind of the way that they play. They don't want to, you know, put themselves in a position where if one hero gets picked off, suddenly the game is over. And so they try and do this type of, you know, out lanes without having to risk too much, and it works out well for them. Last game, the other thing that we saw was a very early, like, death ball-ish strat from Kinguin that revolved around the lone druid, and it felt like they almost hit their timing, but OG knew the exact limits that they could push themselves, and, you know, No-Tail ended up switching up his build where he went from, like, the Voidstone early to eventually build into, did he end up building into a Lincoln Sphere? Or it was a sheep, eventually?
I think it was a sheep. Yeah, it was a sheep. It was like Shadowblade, Mjolnir, sheep, BKB, and then I forgot what. Oh, Beyond Butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he ended up going back for the Maelstrom after the Void Stone because he realized that they needed this extra little bit of damage and wave pushing out of his hero, and you know they took care of it. But what do you? Is there anything that you would be worried about? Because it did look like it got close there for a little while from OG. Did Team Kinguin do anything really effectively in your mind?
I think their overall strategy was definitely very solid. They were just missing like that little push they needed to just end the game. And I think everything was fine except for their preparation for the Bat Rider. I think like they really needed to show respect to that S4 Bat Rider. And I think you mentioned it earlier, that bottom push where they had the Venomancer get caught out, that was like the turning point. It's like a little unfortunate that they kind of like learned their lesson after that happened, because the Rubik from K-Core was like always on point on turning around the lasso, right? He blinks in, he lassos, and then the Rubik's always there to stop him. But yeah. I think at that point it was already too late because of the amount of time that OG were able to buy with that one successful defense with the Bat Rider.
Right. And that's something that you just need to be aware of if you're running that Death Ball strategy. If you're not prepared for a Bat Rider to jump in, you're going to have a bad time. And now Magnus got himself coming out for Team King. I wonder if they're looking towards hero to scale better to the late game. This is sometimes what we would see is like Magnus together with a melee core. Do you imagine that that's going to be the route that Team Kinguin go this time?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for a Void as well after this Magnus pick. I think like the idea here is because of the way that OG plays, they most likely will just keep picking up. I'm gonna go with Troll.
Okay.
They're picking up these heroes that can scale better into the late game, but can also pick off these pushers so that they can actually punish OG for playing the way that they did last game.
Right. Yeah, that definitely feels the route that they want to take. Ancient Emperor
10 seconds.
taken away from him this time, though, since Isha's going to be playing on the Lich, and that's something else to sort of be a little bit concerned with. If Team Kinguin play anything like they did last time, Ancient Apparition is amazing at being able to find those pickoffs, and you know, if particularly against a lineup that's just trying to ram their heads against your front door. Bat Rider also taken, so S4 going to get an opportunity to play on that one again, and so far it feels like it's probably going to be a very different game to last time. They're going to ban out the Arc Warden. They don't want to deal with that again.
I actually think that it would have been a better idea to keep the Arc Warden, because now OG, we might end up seeing a Alchemist, I think. And
yeah,
and then it's still a troublesome game.
Yeah.
My guess right now is that Alchemist is top priority.
5 seconds.
Other than that, there is a potential for. I don't know if Naga is gonna be a thing, but there's also potential for Naga, and then maybe Terrorblade.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait. See what it is that OG want to take. Their last ban now, it's probably going to be onto either a mid or safe lane here, I would imagine. I think that Magnus is playing off lane at least. Juggernaut ban, given that sustained with the healing ward.
Yeah, Juggernaut, not too bad of a ban. I think they kind of the Troll Warlord to potentially go mid lane, and then you have the classic Magnus Jug set up, especially with all the follow-up with the RP. It's going to be pretty deadly.
5 seconds remaining.
Terribly.
It's like I don't exactly feel proud about predicting a Terrorblade. It's like, you know, there was like what I listed 3 heroes, and honestly, knowing OG, they're definitely going to be picking from those 3.
Yeah,
it's always going to be an illusion hero or a split pusher.
Yeah, it's the playstyle, you know. That's what they want to do. And I think that, you know, a lot of times there's a good amount of assault from both sides of whether it's fans where you have playing a game, just because they're a very winning organization, and naturally you're going to have a feeling strongly about them if either A, you're a fan of them, or B, your team got beaten by them at some point. but I hope that, you know, everybody out there will just be able to sit back, enjoy some good quality Dota 2. 'Cause that's what we're all here for, folks. Good quality Dota 2. It's Team Kinguin versus OG, game number 2. And, well, the Monkey King in the mid lane. The revelation that we've seen, the sensation that's sweeping the nations. Do you like it?
I'm not too sure how well it's going to work out, but it is very strong if the supports work out. Like, if you get blocked off by a fissure, right? Like, Monkey King is just going to demolish you, because there's really not much you can do about it.
Yeah. But,
I mean, another reason why I wasn't too big of a fan of the Terrorblade pick is because I personally like the Alchemist a bit more this game. I think Terrorblade is a little scary to play up to get the amount of AoE that the Kinguin side had. So you have the Lich, you have the Earthshaker, and then I think that Magnus Power is a very scary thing. So, I mean, these illusions are not... Terrorblade, if he gets controlled up, he's gonna die pretty damn quickly.
The Monkey King's gratitude
Warlord,
is worth more than gold.
As well as the Monkey King.
yeah. Cool. Jerax gets down an early award. I think that's the same place that they placed it before. Maybe not, as Alicia's going to head this way as well. They run into a random Nyx assassin. Jerax, did they have eyes on him? Do they realize, uh-oh, exotic deer walking in the trees? Do they see him? Oh, they're right there. Get in there. Fight. Oh, there they are.
Awkward.
Hello. He's going to run into him. Impale is coming out, and Alicia just going to get punched in the back of the dome a few times as they head off and away. All of OG here. Kinguin gonna need to back. Acor. He thought about the fissure.
Do you remember seeing a game in the TI7 qualifiers where someone was trapped in that exact location but didn't have a tango?
I actually casted one of them. It wasn't in the qualifiers. It was a South American game. It was Brazil. I don't remember who it was, but it was a juggernaut that was punching him, and it was a
Razor.
Yeah, the Razor. Yeah, the Razor against the It was great.
That was actually one of the funniest things.
Yeah. Anyways, well, we're heading off to the races now. It's going to be the Ancient Apparition heading mid with the Necrophos. No tail, playing mid for now. I wonder if this is something that they're going to keep with. If it's going to be no tail mid pretty consistently, or if it just sort of more depends on the heroes that they're playing.
I feel like it's more dependent on the heroes. Oh, look at this Monkey King.
Yeah, man. He was being a courier there for a moment. Jerax runs into K-Core. They're going to have to sort of battle it out there as the Chilling Touch going to get some harassment out on Denisha. Earthshaker will sit there mid, but top lane, how do you feel about the matchup of Resolution versus Patos?
Hold that thought. I'm watching Patos taunt really quickly.
Juke? Jive?
Oh, he's just juking him.
Yeah. Able to get away.
I think it's a pretty even matchup. Resolution with the level 1 Metamorphosis. I mean, obviously you can't really do as the Magnus. But once it runs out, I think Magnus actually does pretty well against it. But it really depends on how you skill your build and how you itemize.
Ooh. S4, he doesn't have level 2, and they are body blocking him all over the damn place. Good stun there from Jerax, but with these boots, he might be able to run him down. They also have boots on S4, slowed for the moment. Do they get the kill? He's almost down, and yeah, they're trying to save the mana. So K-Core is able to save and hang on to those clarities as they get first blood on the Earthshaker.
Very nicely done. Pato's gonna taunt his way out of the cold feet. Oh, no tail. He gets fissured. Oh, balance strike. He's dead.
Well played. Able to get that quick and easy.
Yeah, very nicely done. I think this is why the mid lane Monkey King is actually pretty good. It just takes like one mistake from the other person, and then if you manage to get the Jingu going, it's actually just like so hard to come back from the lane.
Yes.
He's trying to do a little bit of production stuff while simultaneously doing camera work, and accidentally put fantasy points on. I don't think people care that much about fantasy points right now. As Kinguin.
Since it's 0 points, and
yeah. Oh, S4. Yeah, they're just going to be able to keep themselves alive. I thought the Fissure might be able to do something, but... Well, top lane, as you talked about, Terrorblade 15-6 versus the 8-0 on the Magnus. Mid lane, Monkey King getting the better of No Tail with that kill and getting like basically a whole extra wave to himself. And then down bottom, Batrider's been able to kind of bully Exotic Deer out of lane with a little bit of help from the Nyx.
yeah, despite the fact that S4 went down, I think that this lane is actually doing pretty well right now. I mean, oh, Jerax might have overstepped his boundaries. He does have the...
Oh my god.
Very nice stuff.
What? Alright, well, they don't have another Fissure, and they're going to have to actually just back off. Alright, Jerax is apparently pretty good at Dota. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. What looked like a death for sure, he manages to triple stun them and make it out. And I'm actually surprised. Like, level 1 Impale doesn't last that long, but he's still able to make it out.
Yeah, and I mean, it is going to help a little bit that Jerax had to leave the lane. That gives a little bit of an easier time to the rest of laning partners. K-Core able to take away the rune, and Jerax is actually stuck in here. He's going to come punch him a few times. Oh, Spike Carapace, the turnaround. He's another Impale. Jerax might be able to get out of this. He's a running. He's also got stick charges.
Oh, the jukes.
The okey doke. Has he oaked enough of the doke?
Oh.
Yeah, he has. He's gone. He might even think about going in for this kill. K-Core is going to get found, and Impale comes out. You shouldn't have messed with me, buddy. That's what you get. Now they're looking for more Alicia. Oh, they're not going to do it. Too scary.
Haste.
I wonder if that's, like, even that bad, though. I mean, No Tail is kind of behind. It's actually pretty bad in this mid lane right now. I didn't even realize how bad it is. No Tail is a little over halfway at level 4, but Nisha's already 6.
Yeah. I think that's where you don't fully encapsulate like the denies on the range creeps and how bad that ends up being. The Ghost Shroud gonna keep No Tail still healthy here. Nisha not able to count to 4 quite yet, but we'll still pound him in the head every now and then. Oh, Fissure bottom, S4. He's brought down fairly low, but with that Firefly, they do force the rest of Kinguin back, and Pale is going to connect again onto this Earthshaker. And now at the 5-minute mark, we're going to see a Shrine, and, well, OG prepared to put the hurtin' on this bottom lane again.
Now OG leading by a little bit in this laning phase. Looks like Patos did go for the max shockwave.
S4 doesn't have Firefly. He's dead.
He's dead. Wait, one more second.
Ah. Alicia. Yeah, they got him. Well done. Mid lane, they might be trying to set up now onto Nisha. They do have Jerax here. Can they get him? There's going to be the turnaround, though. Boundless Strike no longer there. He does have some lifesteal. It's not enough. He ends up going down. Monkey King punished for his greed in the mid lane.
That's going to help No Tail a lot, so he's able to get his level 6 now. About a level behind the Monkey King, but I think all things considered, he's kind of evened it out.
So last game, it felt like there came this point where Kinguin basically just couldn't do anything again. You had this Arc Warden that was this indomitable force that kept on shoving out lanes, and you couldn't fight him even if you wanted to. Is this a similar type of game with the Terrorblade? How do you see this playing out? Like, is OG's plan eventually to do the same type of thing?
That's kind of hard to predict. I think it's a little too early. We're going to have to wait and see a little more of the laning phase. I think, like, this game is definitely a little better for Kinguin if that does happen. They have a lot more in terms of answers for that kind of playstyle. Bottom lane, though, if they get the stun on Exotic Deer, Cold Feet, not good connect.
Yeah, won't proc. And Jerax will take a couple pot shots on his way back. But it's gonna, so you're saying, like, it really depends on how these mid-game team fights go then, as opposed to just you get a certain level of farm and the game is over.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the draft is a lot more even in terms of that. You know, there's no death ball shenanigans this time around. They're not exactly on a timer. They can definitely play their way back into the late game.
Man, No Tail knows. He's super prepared for this. I don't think that they had a ward there either.
He's pretty tanky as well. Power treads as well as the wand.
Well, meanwhile, Patos, they get a Sunder off, and... Okay, Sunder at 8. They get that pushback. Meanwhile, Boundless Strike. They turn it around with the Reaper Scythe. Nisha going to die.
Expected.
Oh, he really wanted to get that proc for the Jingu. Was not going to happen.
Alright, this is starting to look really bad in this mid lane. You know, Nisha had a huge lead, but I think he is definitely playing a little too greedily, and because of that, No Tail is on route to just winning this lane altogether.
S4 takes down Alicia, and they're still chasing Jarex here. They want to kill him off. They pop the ulti from Troll, but it's not there. And K-Core trying to run down Jarex. He might actually be able to get this here. Slowed, but not slowed enough. And Monkey King coming in. They are rotating with the no points in Primal Spring. He's not going to be able to catch up to them.
He's trying to get the Boundless Strike. Jarex is baiting this. Watch, he's going to carry this. Oh, he didn't!
What?
I expected too much, maybe.
S4 is going to die for him, though. That's 8 stacks on K-Core. He died in so quickly. It was like a Dagon shot.
That was unfortunate. I think Jarex might have underestimated how far that Boundless Strike was, because he was definitely kind of toying with him, I feel.
Yeah. The big story for me so far is 89 CS on Resolution at sub 10 minutes. This guy is crazy farms.
Resolution is very, very talented as a carry.
Well, they want
to. He was able to like pretty much farm everything in the lane, not really worry about the Magnus, and then he farmed the side camp as well. So, but mid lane, they're gonna go.
Yeah, they're doing this. Again. This is an easy RP right here. Fissure, jump in, RP onto 3. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of kills. Oh, do they get No Tail though? They might not. Have they stuck around too far? S4 now starting to do the damage. Nisha's very low. He needs to get the hell out of here. And it looks like, yeah, they'll call it off there. It's just 2 support kills at the end of the day. Nisha does that Boundless Strike again very shortly, but they get the Reaper Scythe. He showed up, stuck around too long, but maybe not. He's going to be able to still go down. No Tail finds the kill, and now he's got the regen. 10 stacks there of the Death Pulse regen, and he's still putting the hurt to Kinguin.
Oh no, Nisha, what's happened? Some very uncharacteristically made mistakes here.
Wow.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Well, they deny the tower. Patos gonna need to do a lot this game on the Magnus, it looks like. While bottom lane, Fly and Jarex setting up to try and kill onto K-Core. And there's the Impale. The follow-up, the kill. Nisha shows up. He wants to find this kill on the Fly. Is going to be able to get him, but can he find any more? They've got control of him for the moment. They have another catch here in a second, but the damage is coming out. There's the Chain Frost. Not nearly enough, and Resolution is showing up in Metamorphosis. Alicia needs to get the hell out. He is super dead otherwise. And in fact, with the Flame Break, the Vision, they've got him. He's gone.
This is really hurting Kinguin. That Nisha has died 4 times despite that dominant laning phase.
God, Mask of Madness on Terrorblade as he chews through this tower. Yeah, they're doing it. I feel like OG definitely came in here to your favorites, and last game they might have even had like a draft win through the first 20 minutes of the game or so, but this game, with it being even, OG is showing they're really freaking good.
I mean, I think like OG are just better in terms of farming efficiency as well. S4, don't die to creeps.
Oh. Run away.
He almost died to creeps. That actually scared me.
He pulled me away. God damn it! All right,
It's okay. It was worth it. S4 almost died to creeps. Needed to see it.
No tail. He's gonna get out of there after the quick kill on Troll. So things really falling apart now for Kinguin. How do they right the ship here?
Oh wait, Lich?
Yeah, maybe getting out of there. No, he's dead. S4 finds that kill on a killing spree right now. 5, 2, and 2. So he got punished a little bit in lane, but he's making up for it now.
Yeah, that laning phase was not good for No Tail, but all of a sudden he's like 2,000 gold ahead. And while all of this is happening, Terrorblade has been unanswered for. They've been pretty much playing 4v5 this entire time. And
winning.
Yeah, and winning as well. That's,
now with the Atos,
big issue.
they're probably gonna... Are they gonna farm out the Ancients now, or just try and bait Resolution mid? They can just walk forward, actually. Oh, God. All right, is this gonna work, Kinguin? They walk right into everybody. The Atos connects, though he doesn't have level 6 anyways. They jump forward. Can they kill him off? That's gonna be No Tail.
He got it off.
He is actually gonna live through this. Are you kidding me? What? And now, I think they're all gonna die. Maybe, possibly S4. Is he gonna get out of there? He's a liver too. S4 does fall. But 3 are dead, and No Tail now slowing them down because that's the thing. Hato's gonna die. Oh, wow. Oh, that hurts.
This poor Earthshaker isn't even level 6 yet. And I mean, you look at the supports. You have a Lich, on your team, and we all know how Lich works. You put him in the lane, he just out-levels the crap out of you because of sacrifice. It's always a very bad sign when the opposing team has 2 supports that out-level your Lich, and Jerax is almost level 10 as well. That's a very bad sign. And Resolution finally showing up for his first team fight. He's 0-5 now, still building up a gigantic lead for himself.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy thing about this, you talk about Jerax's levels, he's actually higher level than S4 right now and almost has a Blink Dagger done. I don't know how they're going to really try and stop this. Kinguin is walking up. They will spot this giant stack here, and maybe there's an opportunity here to find a pickoff if somebody shows up, or just take out the stack themselves. This is pretty good.
Ooh, this is pretty good.
That's about as good as he could have hoped for. Let's see. He was at about 5,200 when he started. It's going to end at around 6,000. But still, it's not super significant. And well, Jerax is actually going to walk up here Vendetta.
I think the rest of the team aren't going to be able to find them. Oh, he sees the whole team.
He sees everybody. He's like, hey guys, you want to do something about this?
Unfortunately, the rest of the team aren't going to be able to help him there, but they're going to cut him off. A lot of Atos on No Tail. They're going to find the Earthshaker.
Push him back. And they pull him in. And now Kinguin walking into hell. Jerax, he's going to take down one right at the start. That's Magnus kept out of the fight. But can they do any more? No Tail is just walking at them and daring them to come and fight him. No Tail still taking damage. The Jade Frost is actually able to make it work. They get the bash from Troll. All right, Ice Blast is out though. It's going to connect onto about 4 of them. S4 is going to be brought down as well. Patos looks to be living through this. He's not going to drop below the threshold. But they make it work. Jerax also in trouble. No, okay, he does kill off the Magnus. And now Fly and Jerax somehow going to be able to walk away from this. In fact, they might think about turning. They think the better of it. Probably the better call to just back out.
Oh, mid lane?
What?
Okay.
Oh.
He just walked up and, stunned him.
That's his blink, and 700 gold on top of it. And now Monkey King wants to chase, wants to kill. Resolution, full HP.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, that's not what you do. They might be able to catch the Nyx. Jerax is probably in trouble here. They're going to echo for it.
Is it a good idea?
Oh no! It's all falling apart again! They're going to end up dying! Exotic Deer turns, but to no avail. It's going to be another one. Oh god. OG are just giving nothing to Kinguin.
And you have to remember, that engagement at the, you know, near the Ancients, that was the 4v5 again. You know, while all that was happening, Resolution just doing his own thing. He took a tier 2 during all of that, pushed out the bottom lane, finishes to Sanjin Yasha.
Yeah. So he is 3,000 gold ahead of the next highest. He's got all of these items that are built for like fighting right now. Mask of Madness, Sanjin Yasha. He can do whatever he wants. He can show up to fights or he can push towers. And Nyx Assassin, meanwhile, scouting out this area with Necro close at hand. If somebody shows up here, they're gonna die. And in fact, it might be the courier that ends up going down. Or Alicia? Now they spot him. Fissure. Do they have any more? Ah, they just have sentries. He's gonna blink out.
Coin of the realm.
And once again, in OG fashion, just slowing things down, not going to make any mistakes with their enormous lead. They're actually trying to bait out a Fissure, but grouping up. Gonna try do they have a smoke? Yeah, this is gonna be a smoke.
They have a smoke on Radiant too, though, and it's going right now. And it breaks on No Tail. Ah, unfortunate. Exotic Deer has Empower on him, but I think you really wanted to be able to find a big RP there from Patos. They're all up on the high ground. They're gonna smoke themselves.
Ooh, I like this.
They have vision though. They see him. They see Patos. They're gonna pull him back in. And now they don't have any way to answer this. It's going to be a Reaper Sight. Magnus out at the very beginning of the game. And now they've also been able to catch onto the Monkey King. Nisha is starting to fall. He's going to die. No more Wukong's command. No more RP.
Oh, but Troll, he sneaks it.
All right.
He does sneak it, at least.
Troll snuck the Roche. And that makes up for a good portion of this.
Well, it kind of depends. Let's see if he makes it out of here alive.
Yeah. S4, no more lasso. They slow them all down. Resolution does still have Sunder. Atos. Now they got a Fissure there, trying to get him out. They've got the Reaper Sight if they want to chase it off the mark with the Impale. But they will take Alicia. So how big of a deal is that, taking that Roche?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't think it really amounts to too much. Troll himself is not that strong. You know, you have the even if you have an Aegis on him, I don't think OG are gonna have any issues in killing him twice. And I think the overall damage output from OG is just so high in terms of single target as well as AoE that I mean, the whole team is probably gonna die before the Aegis even goes down. And OG don't really care, because even if they decide to ignore the Troll Warlord, I don't think he's gonna be able to accomplish enough.
Well, S4 has found the Monkey King, and
oh, No Tail and Secret
they
Shot.
got the kill. Maybe they can get one here. He is going to survive, I think. Maybe, possibly. No, he already used Ghost Shroud. He's actually dead. Okay, so they do take down the Necro. That is a ton of gold for them, but they did lose their Monkey King in the process, so you know, nothing coming free here.
All right, that's a good step forward. Yeah, if you find these kind of kills, if you're behind 12k, these kills are going to add up to quite a bit.
Akor in the mid lane is very close to his Blink Dagger, and if he could finish that off, that might be something else that allows him to... He is going to die. 20 gold from his Blink Dagger.
That has got to hurt.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Earthshaker hurting, everybody hurting. Levels-wise, it's not the biggest deal because you are, you know, already past that point. Really, he just needs that blink. Feels like OG are just doing everything that they need to close this game out right now, with the exception of that Roche that got taken by Troll.
Wait, how come Troll doesn't have the run?
Oh.
He backpacked it for some reason. I'm not too sure why. They're grouping up again. I think OG are looking to take this last tower, and then from then on, we'll have to see if OG decide to just take the super safe route, not really move out until next Roshan, or they just brute force it.
Yeah. I mean, based upon their play recently, I would imagine that they would try and just take their time with it. It seems like the OG style. make sure that you don't put yourself in a position to lose the game. Exotic Deer is walking forward, but again, Jerax scouting this all out. Now they've been able to find him. And with the opening coming out, S4 gets the initiation. The Impale is going to connect onto 2. They blow up Pato, so no RP again in this fight. And Wukong's command not hitting anybody, pretending to be a tango on the ground. The tower is down, and OG at least going to test for high ground. With Magnus dead for 50. This is not a bad time to go for it. Wukong's command is down. They've caught one, and now the Impale goes through. They force tap to the other side. Exotic Deer is going to die. Aegis downed. Magnus does have buyback, so with taking down the Aegis, OG going to feel comfortable just retreating.
It was really unfortunate that Earthshaker didn't have Echo Slam there. I think that actually was a pretty decent opportunity to hit an Echo Slam there. It was like 3 seconds off from cooldown. I mean, they do manage to hold for now, but OG continue to build onto the lead. Close to 16,000 net worth now in terms of the lead.
I'm like trying to think of the way that you win a fight right now for Kinguin. It does feel like it has to be everybody grouped together and then RP and Echo Slam, which, I mean, it depends upon OG to make like a ton of mistakes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how OG's games usually go. If they secure themselves a lead, you're just hoping that they make a mistake because they are just so patient.
Yeah. 24 minutes, 11 to 27, and 15,000 net worth, around 12,000 experience, and the first tier 1 tower taken by Kinguin.
That's a good start.
Is it?
I mean, it's better than no tower, right?
I guess that's true.
And Resolution has finished his Scotty as well, so sitting on a very comfortable 2,600 life.
He's a big guy. Big old guy. Fly, he went for the 60 GPM talent. He's in it to get the nice collection of sentry wards he's gathered. Vision-wise, for the Radiant, they don't see much at all. They have this Sentry Ward and Observer Ward down to try and catch Jerax as he's moving around, and he is going to walk inside of this in a second, but I feel like OG are almost baiting this out. S4 is sitting right behind him, and they're ready to turn it at a moment's notice. Patos go for the catch. The fissure is not going to be there, and instead S4 tempting fate, backing out.
This is such a difficult Magnus game. He has not had a chance to RP anything.
He got that one mid, but yeah, and outside of that,
ever since Jerax got the Blink Dagger as well as Bad Rider having Blink Force, he has not had a chance. He just gets caught out every single time. Blink Force doing a great job.
Oh no! He wanted it. He really, really wanted it.
Just walk it off.
Oh man, yeah. That's
we still have an Echo to work with.
Oh man, I don't know though. Like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough. This is gonna be a very, very hard hold. Resolution can send his illusions forward and just slowly hit away at the tower. Oh, it's so sad. Kinguin, they just want to hit people. They just want to fight, and they're not even given a chance. They pull back in the Troll Warlord, but the Fissure back, not bad. There's going to be the Chain Frost as well as the Echo Slam. They don't have the damage though. They take down one, maybe going to be able to take down two. They kill him off. Terrorblade is gone as well. Jerax, is he going to be able to make this happen? They're going to jump forward. They've caught him as well. Jerax is going to fall. 3 dead, but it came at the cost of the Troll and the Magnus.
That's hardly a price to pay in the position that you're in.
Yeah.
Being able to kill off 3 heroes as well as including the Terrorblade. I mean, look at the Gold Swing. That was a 3,200 Gold Swing as well as about a 4,000 XP exchange.
Yeah.
If you can continuously do this, I mean, you're back in the game.
Bounty.
And hey, because they used it early, RP is going to be back off cooldown. It's the long con.
The long con. They did it without RP. That was it.
Yeah. They bait them into thinking that they can push high ground, and then they skewer into Echo.
I think that was actually the best part about that Echo, was that the Magus actually set him up because he had his blink disabled. So that was a walk-up Echo. He didn't even blink Echo.
Yeah. Well, very long Roche respawn timer can only favor Kinguin here, as they will have all of their ultimates probably back off cooldown by that point, I think. Let's see. Yeah, definitely will. So they can come and take this fight.
Double damage here. Maybe they'll decide to put it to use.
Resolution can go pick that one up easy peasy. Does have 13 or plus 15 agi talent as well, as opposed to the movement speed. I don't know if we've seen that movement speed ever taken. K-Core. They do have vision of Jerax. This is going to be an illusion going into D-Ward. Ugh, feels bad.
This is looking pretty scary though for OG all of a sudden. I mean, OG are still very far ahead, but like all of a sudden you're kind of threatened by this Kinguin team fight now. You know, there's a BKB on Monkey King, and Troll Warlord always going to be somewhat threatening to you simply because even without the greatest amount of farm, you do have the power on your team. So empowered Monkey King, empowered Troll Warlord, it's kind of like they have a free battle theory.
Yeah.
So they do have to be careful of that.
And Monkey King with the Echo as well. So the double the cleave, double the fun. It's all good things.
Smoke out. So, are we gonna see a disaster here? They're gonna go for the long
walk around. And they know that Roche could be up soon-ish. They have
Jerax, the OG hero. He's gonna break smokes.
No, they're going to see Fly. And do they actually see him? I think they don't. They know that they're in here. And meanwhile, it's a smoke from OG, but they're coming from behind them. Jerax now might see them here as well. Again, walk away. Kinguin on the other side of the base. They need to be careful, though. Resolution's in a position to just push this tower down. Oh, no tail. That'd be a good pick off at the start of this fight. They just don't have any vision right now. They don't see anything.
It kind of goes for both sides, though. They're both making assumptions. Okay, now they kill off the courier, so they know that they're there.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe killing off this courier actually isn't even the greatest idea. Right now, look at this. Jerax, he's stopping TPs. They're gonna go for the rack.
Oh God! He got 3 of them. He got all the TPs. Wait, Monkey King still has one, but Jerax is gonna go down. They TP with Patos and Monkey King. That might be enough with just the 2 of them. So it ends up working out okay. And now Earthshaker coming back.
So much damage to this tower.
Yeah, they need to get something on the way out of this. Accidentally pop the shrine. Yeah, they won't be able to. So OG set up over here. They don't have their Nyx. I would imagine that OG just backs out at this stage so they don't get caught out of position without their Nyx Assassin to interrupt the combo. And Resolution, is he going to be in trouble? They're walking forward, but he has got so much movement speed. They won't be able to get him.
He's got his Hurricane Pike as well now. I think he should definitely be working towards a... it's actually kind of hard to say. Maybe BKB isn't the best choice. Maybe it is. I think BKB Butterfly might be the best option.
It's CS4. If they wanted to, they could go for him. Meanwhile, Necro over here as well. Lots of vision right now for the Radiant. They see that Necro is separated from the rest of the team. No Tail trying to get to the high ground and get away. They will be able to make that escape. Meanwhile, the Dire Vision has complete and total sight of the Radiant team.
Okay, they know exactly what's happening. They're underneath the ward. Radiant see this.
Everybody sees everything. But now, UOG spot out the rest of them. They walk forward. K-Core, he's going to get caught. They've got the Blink Dagger broken on Patos for the moment. Vision for the Radiant is still here inside. They're going to be able to get the push away. AA Blast going out as well. Now S4 looking for that opening. Can he get it? He does still have his Blink Dagger available. The jump forward, he's caught into the Earthshaker. Now Jarex turns it back around. Nisha pops the BKB. Thought about the Wukong spam, but he's not going to be able to get it. The stun is there, onto 2. Chainfrost going out as well. No Tail is starting to fall. Exotic there, he's caught No Tail. Can they kill him off? They are going to be able to. The buyback from Batrider. But Kinguin already in a good position, holding on to that RP.
No metamorphosis, 5 more seconds too. This is looking rough. Very nice stuff for Jared.
RP, they got it onto 2, but it's not enough damage. They don't have the follow-up. They're not going to be able to get it. They blow up the Monkey King. They blow up the Troll Warlord, and Patos left alone is going to end up being in trouble. He ends up skewering them to the high ground, but they are 4 staffs abound. And now Lich also going to die as S4 runs him down. A full wipe. OG maintaining dominance in the pit.
That was a pretty funny final play from Patos, just clipping the field. But obviously, they do have ways to get off. Nice little attempt at the very end.
S4. It's going crazy here. 4 staff away. They don't get him. S4 is just bullying Patos inside his own base. Have a soul, my dude.
Top barracks are under attack.
Alright. They're going in. It's gonna be the first set of racks. Oh, they caught out the Earthshaker again.
Yeah, he's gone. And Nisha also going to be in trouble. God, the Scotty. Oh, man. And it's feeling like this might just be about the end. 19,000 net worth. And continuing to climb. They skewer back an illusion. Saddest of skewers and the saddest of Magnuses. As the Reaper Sight comes out, they have a Chain Frost, but it's not really hitting the heroes that they wanted it to. Exotic Deer's BKB is not going to end up mattering either. Alicia goes for the Glimmer Cape, but going to be pushed back in by S4, and he is going to also fall. Only 2 heroes left. There are no buybacks online, as Kinguin are most likely going to lose everything here to the Resolution Terrorblade.
Still got that Aegis, still got that cheese. It seems so hard to play.
Even takes the life away from Fly.
Oh, Fly's okay with that. He has that 30 health regen.
Hey!
He's got like heart regen going on.
Well, another match. They just want to Echo Slam. That's all they want in this world. He gets it off. Maybe, possibly, is something. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Jarex finds the stun. And now they eat the cheese. And now they lose the game. Kinguin, nowhere left to go, as OG take everything from them.
This was the saddest game to play for Earthshaker. Like, not once did OG give them a chance to initiate or counter-initiate. There was just no easy way to blink in there and hit an Echo or getting an RP. I think this game we saw 2 RPs. That was it. And the second one wasn't even able to convert any kills. This game was very, very rough for Kinguin.
I mean, it's kind of telling, like, from around that 18-minute mark, they were always 10,000 net worth ahead. And now this is just the point where it starts to really fall off the deep end, and OG finish it off. But Kinguin gonna stick in it till the bitter end. They have great wave clear against Megas with, you know, the Empower and all of these melee heroes, but it's bad.
I mean, it's just Mega. We've seen team come back from it, right? It's not that uncommon.
No, it's true, and if there's a team that could do it, it's certainly a ridiculous AoE teamfight lineup like Kinguin's.
No matter how small the chance, it's still a chance. Even if it's like winning the lottery type of chance to win this game.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of the ruination as OG walks down mid and takes out whatever buildings are left in their path. All right, Magnus, it's your time to shine. Force, Blink, RP.
Do they not have a smoke? I feel like they should really just like smoke. Oh
God, look at Exotic here, just like killing himself here. The reflection illusion is so hard to contend with, and Nisha going to get caught before the Wukong command comes out. They got one. I don't think that's nearly enough. Resolution going to be the one that stands tall in all of this. The Reaper Sight comes out. No tail. Somehow, some way, going to live through it all yet again. 150 health regen by virtue of a couple kills, and GG is going to be called.
Great team fighting from OG showcase there. Well, that was kind of the OG. Oh, look at that. Final Savage.